In this video, I'm sitting here with Dano Crypto. We're gonna talk about two exciting things. You're gonna share something very, very secret and cool. But before we go into that, how are you doing today, Dano Crypto?
Dude, I'm doing fantastic, Carl. It is an honor to be on your channel. I've been watching you since 2021, so it's awesome. It's an honor to be here. Thank you.
Thanks, bro. Well, I enjoy watching your channel as well. You've been growing very fast lately, so I'm very happy to see that.
Thanks, man.
And I did see one of your videos that, and this is the reason why you're here, by the way, because you have this rainbow chart that you were showing, and I think that video got a lot of attention because it's a very interesting chart, and I think that
Yeah,
basically, I want you to share this to my audience, and I don't think we should waste any time. Why don't you just go and share your screen, bring it up,
yeah.
and I mean, you are actually the altcoin guy. So later in the video, you're also gonna share three of your top altcoins because people that follow your channel usually they enjoy to follow you for those kind of things as well.
Yeah.
But let's start with Bitcoin then.
So Bitcoin's the papa. We love following Bitcoin. I think Bitcoin, we all know, like as of now, it's been really volatile. It's been getting rejected off those $30,000 levels. So we've been kind of teetering around these levels. But the thing to point out is that we are in a uptrend and in a bull flag. But the thing that's interesting to correlate that with this cool chart in the Bitcoin rainbow chart, it breaks down these trends in the halvings. But it's cool. It gives you a really cool visual aspect of how the market for Bitcoin looks when you have um, buy pressure, sell pressure. You can see all of these things on a log chart. So I found this chart in early 2021 when I was just getting into crypto, started to really dollar cost average, and this chart just came up in my searchings, and I think it was just a fun way to look at Bitcoin somewhere over the rainbow is a pot of Bitcoin gold. So, so if you can see here, it logs the first halving that was in between, before 2013. You have the second halving here, and you have the third halving, and then we have the fourth halving that is coming up, and then we have the countdown for the halving is 215 days, so we're less than a year away. So it's a lot of things that you can see first in this chart is that on the first halving we're in the blue range, and then we spiked up into the orange, consolidated, and then blasted off from there. And you can see that that's a clear trend in each point on the halving dates. In the blue range, spike up a little bit too. This one's just a little bit different, but spike up into the orange. We actually had a consistent run up into, and this was that 2018 period when the people were really making a lot of profits, and that's the one that I think a lot of people reference and mention is this point right here when we got into those ranges where Bitcoin was in $13,000, $14,000, and just to think, you zoom out and you have all those different price points, you can see that Bitcoin clearly is in price cycles. And people mention about maybe a super cycle, that this one could be where we actually in the fourth halving or even before the halving, we could break up high into these levels of going into say the 60 70K range actually before the halving, consolidate back down, and then go up. But this chart is just fun to look at, and obviously past performance doesn't indicate future results, but what's the saying in crypto is that history doesn't repeat, it rhymes a little bit. So what do you think
So
about this chart?
So, as I can see from this chart, right now, Bitcoin is signaling a buy signal because that's the blue there. And when in the future, after the halving, we're most likely, just like every single cycle before it, we're gonna go up into the orange, into the red. And when it's in the orange and red, that's when we take profits. That's how I'm reading this. And actually, right now, Bitcoin is basically on a sale. So I think that's just a great indicator, because sometimes it's hard to tell from the chart, are we low, are we high? But when you zoom out, take into consideration the logarithmic chart like this, and take into
Yeah.
consideration the halvings, it becomes very easy and very illustrative like this. So I really like this chart, and that's why I'm happy to have you on board to show it to us. And it just, for me, I get very bullish when I see this, because I think this is the best time to accumulate, basically.
Yeah, exactly. I get super bullish too. Like when I'm starting to feel bearish, I look at this chart. That's it. And it's fun because it's like it's a rainbow, it's like, oh, it's lighthearted, it's light feeling. So it's just for me, it's like if and crypto is a roller coaster, and this because you've been in the market for, a good
Mm.
almost 5 years now. You got in and have felt the shakeouts multiple times. And I think what's important for your viewers, they know this, that you've stayed strong, and you're a perfect example of someone who has been able to be like, okay, I'm in it long term. I can zoom out, I can trade when it's volatile, but I think you're a good example of being in the market and staying strong. So this is what I use to help me feel strong. you know
Mhm. Oh, that's good. So Bitcoin is on a sale right now, but something which is on even bigger sale is obviously altcoins, because altcoins right now are dirt cheap.
yeah.
And I would like to hear from your point of view, what are three good sales that you're seeing right now in the altcoin market? And for everyone who wants to follow you for other altcoin analysis and altcoin picks, because I know that you're usually very quick in on the newest altcoin hypes. So link down below to your channel.
Yes,
Um,
yes.
but yeah, what are your top three altcoins right now that you think are severely undervalued?
Oh, so that's a big question. I think there's a lot of undervalued altcoins. I think my favorite that I've been watching so far right now is Doge. I think Doge is a big one for just a long-term play, and also just for the play of Elon Musk with X.com and everything that's happening with that. We have all the hints from the developer of Doge that payments are going to be implemented. So Doge is on that play. And I think if you think about anything else that's going to be in that, would be Ethereum, Bitcoin, um, would be also, and if you haven't already, guys, you can on x.com start to put your addresses for Ethereum, Bitcoin, all of those different things for tipping. So that's why you need to look out for the altcoins. And another one to look out for is Crow. Anything that's linked with an exchange that's gaining traction are altcoins to look out for as well. And there was one that popped into my head right before we're going to make this video, and it was Thor chain. So Thor is something that is big in cross bridging and cross chaining swaps, and that's super popular with people that are wanting to be able to get into DeFi, but with using Bitcoin and using Ethereum. Something that Ivan has mentioned is, the whole point of crypto is to be able to go in and out without having to use a bank or anything like that. You can just use these protocols, learn how to use them, and move your money around 24/7, 24 hours a day. There's no time limits. And that's what's cool about altcoins. So, but to share my screen again, we can go into, I think Dogecoin, Cardano is definitely oversold, and that's a ecosystem that I've been I think I have it's a love-hate relationship with Cardano, because it's one of those projects that it'll be down for so long, but then when it pumps, it really does pump. And people that got into Cardano in the early days that stuck with it, they were able to obviously take massive profits. And 80% of the supply is staked. So just in those terms, and then building, that's a good project. And then my favorite, I think, out of all of them is Polygon. So Polygon, I think, in terms of what they're doing in the background, I know you love medieval empires. That's something that a game that you love. They're using Polygon. Polygon is in the gaming sector. They're in payments. They're in ZK EVM rollups. You know, if you know what that is, like it means, you
I'm
know,
actually playing Medieval Empires right now as we speak. Let
awesome.
me
Yeah.
show you.
Yeah. No, yeah. And it's fun and it's super fun. So what Polygon, yeah, you guys should check that game out. So what, you know, so essentially what they're doing is making it to where games that are involved in a blockchain and they have an ecosystem, games are fast. They want transactions to be instant and you can, um, know that Polygon is at the top when it comes to being able to have the infrastructure and the programming to handle that, because we all know if you grew up in the 90s, early 2000s, the gaming industry is huge. That's where there's so much money. There's jobs there. There's lots of advertisement for it. It's connected with a huge global market. So when you start looking at things from that perspective, I kind of agree with Alex Becker. If you follow Alex Becker, you know, he calls that the crypto gaming boom is going to be a 50 to 100x, you know, easy even before Bitcoin sees its big pump, because you got to think there's more of a narrative for that in terms of entertainment value as opposed to a store of value. People want to be entertained and they want things fast, and I think things like Polygon is helping that market.
Thank you so much. I think that's very, very informative, and I think that's why people follow you. You do break down altcoins in a very good way. I think that's a great contrast to my channel because, of course, I focus a lot on Bitcoin. I would say Bitcoin and trading. Yeah, so guys, if you want to go follow Dano Crypto, link down below, and
Thank you.
let's do more collabs in the future. I would say because I think people like some altcoin analysis as well.
Yeah, I can pull up some different tools that I like to use in the next video, you know, and just something that can get you guys started into learning about the different chains and protocols. Because if you can catch them, the key is to catch them before
Mhm.
coin market caps. Like once coin market cap says it's trending, a lot of times you're too late. So the key
Exactly.
is to crypto's on chain. You can look at it as it's happening, and if you're good at it, then you can know to invest in something before everyone else does.
Yeah. Very good point. Very good point. So guys, do that. Leave a thumbs up as well. I think we should reach at least 1,000 likes on this video. Maybe 2,000 would be good, but 1,000 is like bare minimum.
Oh
And
yeah, yeah, we got to
yeah,
pump it up.
exactly. And see you down at Crypto in the next collab. And thank you guys for watching. See you in the next video. Bye bye.